So, Nathan,
Yes.
if you had to spend the next 3 years in a fallout shelter, a bunker,
Ooh, okay.
and you could only take one other person and 2 personal items, who would it be, and what would it be? What would they be?
So who is the... Sorry, I'm choking on a quinoa cluster. So who would the person be and what would the 2 items be?
Yes.
I get 2 items.
And this shelter,
One person.
This shelter is stocked with food. You don't have to choose food.
Got it. So I don't have to think super practically. I can think sentimentally for the items, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'd like to take John Goodman.
Are you sure about that one?
Not the character of John Goodman. I'd like to take John Goodman, the person. And actually, no, I want to switch that. I don't want to take... Can I take a fictional character?
Yeah. This is a fictional scenario.
Can I take Hermione?
Yes.
Okay. I want Hermione to be with me.
Do you want Hermione or Emma Watson?
In the shelter. Ooh, the Emma Watson version of Hermione.
Okay.
That'd be ideal.
Okay.
And then I'll say 2 items. Let's see.
A wand?
I was just about to say that. Like, do I get to do that now that we're in this universe?
A wand and a time turner.
Don't answer my questions for me, Corey. Now
sorry.
I can't come up with anything better than that.
Sorry. Should we just cut to the intro?
Okay, I'm gonna say one of my best friends. I don't know who. I'd take you, Corey.
Why would you take me?
Because I'm not married yet. Might as well take a friend.
You better like wish a Nintendo in there or something. 'Cause
That's it. Okay, I'll take you, an
And Mario
N64, and
18 of your favorite games.
yes, and a bag of all the best N64 games. Does that suit?
That sounds good. Cut to the intro.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Filmventure, the podcast where we talk about movies and TV shows and trailers and
a lot of other stuff that doesn't pertain to movies.
And our
Life
personal
choices.
lives. Our snack choices, our drink preferences.
I didn't choose quinoa clusters. Quinoa clusters chose me.
Ooh, that was deep.
Yeah.
Okay, but hold on, I want to know who you would take and what 2 items you would take. Even though I
take
kind of
my wife.
Cliche answer. I'm kidding. Obviously, you take your wife.
I would take her, and then I would take...
Right? You should... Hey, if you want to like suck up to your wife, you would just say, I would take my wife, and then nothing else, because that's all I need.
No, I need things.
Oh, man. See, this is what happens when you've already been married for like 8 months like he has.
I would still need things.
What things would you take? Remember, you have food and stuff, like you said.
Yeah.
So...
And I would think this would already be furnished with like TV and movies and stuff like that. So I wouldn't choose that.
So you're not like taking a 4K Blu-ray player with you that's already installed?
It's a given.
Okay.
It's a given. It's already in there.
Well, then N64 should be assumed as well.
I would take my computer.
Okay.
And
What good would the computer be to you, though?
You don't know. We could still have internet. It could be Wi-Fi.
Oh, man.
I just said you would have to be in
This is a really easy post-apocalyptic...
Well, I didn't say the world ended. I just said you were stuck in there for 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Listen to the context clues. Anyway.
Oh, I know. Guitar. I would take a guitar.
I would take my ukulele and my saxophone.
There you go. I would take a guitar and I would take a Spanish to English dictionary and I'd become fluent in Spanish.
There you go.
Anyways, the reason we're talking about this is because we usually talk about movies, and the movie that we saw just earlier, just like right before we came over and pressed record on these microphones.
It's still warm in our brains.
Yeah, it's very fresh. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Lane.
That's right. Sorry. I'm still thinking Spanish.
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Wow. Yeah. So we saw that. That's gonna be a movie we talk about. But first, should we do the news?
I got some news.
New stuff.
Not a lot of news. Because we're recording this early because I'm going on vacation.
Yeah. So we just recorded the other episode a couple of nights ago.
2 nights ago.
Yeah, 2 nights ago.
Zootopia.
So not a lot new to say about in the news world.
There's not.
But there's some things.
3 things. All of them you will like.
Okay.
You will like them
all
all.
good news?
All good news for
No
Nathan.
bad news. We should do
no bad news
back-to-backs
for
more
Nathan.
often. Okay.
An actor has been spotted on set of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh, wait. I've heard of this.
And he or she will most likely be playing a Ravager.
I remember who it is.
You actually read this?
I think I heard it at some
Who?
point. Sylvester Stallone.
You heard this.
I did.
Because if anyone goes Sly, you go, what?
Yeah, and he was like holding a script with him too or something, right?
Yeah, a Guardians of the Galaxy 2 script
So,
of all things.
Is the term most likely playing a Ravager?
He was on set wearing a suit of some
Ravager
sort.
garb.
They said it looked like his Judge Dredd outfit, which I'm assuming that would probably be a Ravager. And by I assuming, that means the article I read assumed.
You don't look like a junker. You're wearing Ravager garb. Sorry, I had a quote there. Okay, well, I think it's super awesome that... Isn't Kurt Russell in this too?
Yeah.
Isn't he rumored to be playing his dad or something?
Star-Lord's dad, yeah.
Oh, man. Guardians of the Galaxy. If you had approached me after I saw that movie and said, Nathan, how did you like Guardians of the Galaxy? I said I freaking loved it. It was great. They said, what were 2 things that you think you could add to make it better? I would have said Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. Duh.
They heard you.
Oh, man.
You watched Supergirl, yes?
Yes, but I missed this past episode.
Well, did you know it got
Renewed for a second season?
I need to like blow my nose.
You just start the news and I'll see if I can fill in the blank.
Yes, you were right. Supergirl has received a second season order.
Yes. You know why? Because it's great.
I assume you said it was great.
Was that your nose? It sounded like a Mario game
nose?
power up. Like a...
I can't do it right now because my nose is...
Yeah, don't do that. That'd be bad.
What does a power-up sound like?
It was like... I don't know. I don't really know how else to explain
I
it.
was talking, but I guess maybe my nose whistled.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just like thinking about
Mario.
other thing. Yeah, Mario.
You're thinking about the N64 you're going to bring into that bunker.
Yeah, man. I'm going to have to think about that question more and get back to you later. Off air.
That's fine.
Off air.
That's fine.
Okay.
2 more pieces of news because we got a lot to talk about today.
Yes.
Star Wars related. Well, kind of.
Okay.
Which one do I want to tell you first? This one's interesting. Daisy Ridley
Yes.
is being eyed to play
Okay.
Lara Croft.
Ah.
Does that not make you happy?
No, I don't like Tomb Raider.
You don't like why?
Well, I never played the game, but the movies were super dumb.
Well, that's why they're making different ones.
Okay. Daisy Ridley should be...
That's like you saying like, Spider-Man, but we're going to talk about him in a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Daisy Ridley... No, don't be Laura Croft. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Maybe it'd be awesome. I don't know. Maybe they will be a whole lot better than the other Tomb Raider movies, but my assumption would be she would get typecast into that kind of Laura Croft role.
Lara.
Isn't that what I said?
Lara. Lara.
Isn't that what I said?
Not Laura.
Oh, sorry. Lara.
Lara
Croft. I just feel like those movies always end up being pretty generic,
I mean, we only had 2.
Yeah, they've been kind of creatively revamping a lot of stuff lately, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Okay. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I'll move on.
All right, you'll move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally, on the inside, I'll move on. Yeah.
Okay, good.
But you should also move on to the next news.
All right. We're going to get an old friend in the Han Solo spinoff.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
That's the best I can do.
That was pretty good for having a cold. Maybe
That's
it was
probably
pretty
what
good because
helped.
you had a cold. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 brains, 1 wave.
Chewie will be in the Han Solo spinoff, directed by Chris Miller and Phil Lord.
Phil Fillard. I don't know. That's fun to say.
The guys behind 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, The Lego Movie, and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Wait, those are the guys making the Han Solo movie?
Yeah, that's why it's probably going to actually be good.
I didn't know that. That sounds like it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
Have they made a non-comedy yet?
It should be called Scruffy Looking Nerd Herder or something like that.
Wait a second. The Russo brothers, what was the thing they made before Captain America?
They worked on some episodes of Community.
Yeah, but they made something. There was a movie they made that was really good.
Short Term 12?
No.
Do I need to look it up?
Will you? Please. Sorry. I thought they were the ones that had made 21 Jump Street.
No.
But I guess I was wrong. What was the thing that they made? This is killing me.
That thing they made, that thing.
Let's see. It wasn't... Oh, crap. I can't remember. Well, while he looks it up...
Hold on. Let me look.
Well, so the Chewbacca news, as pleasant as that is to hear, it's also not very surprising because Han Solo and Chewbacca are like Phineas and Ferb. They're like inseparable.
It's Community, man.
You can't have Han Solo without Chewbacca. That's it? Just Community? No other movie directing?
They directed Yumi and Dupree.
That's it. Let me see this.
And welcome to... What is that called? Welcome to Collinwood?
Welcome to what?
Collinwood.
Welcome to Collinwood. I'm so confused.
Wow. Interesting.
So Winter Soldier was their like breakout thing?
Yeah. And they were coming off of Community.
You know what we need to do?
What do we need to do?
Is it Anthony Russo? Is that his name?
Yes, Anthony and Joe.
Wait, what was I just saying?
You said, know what we need to do?
You know what we need to do? Rewatch the Community episodes that they directed.
Okay.
And then watch Winter Soldier again. Do you think we should watch Age of Ultron before we watch Civil War?
I have it if you want to.
I mean, we might as well, right?
I have Winter Soldier too if you want to.
I think we have some dead time.
We should probably watch Avengers, Winter Soldier, and Age of Ultron because those are the three events that they kind of talk about in the movie.
Right. What are the big movies that happen between Batman v Superman and Civil War? Are there any?
I mean, something has to come out next week, right? I mean, that's the only week.
Well, I mean, like between Batman, so Batman v Superman comes out, and then there's like a month and a half until Captain America: Civil War comes out. So
if you want me to look, I'll tell you.
It's like 6 weeks
I'll
there.
I'll tell you.
There's got to be something.
We're in a podcast. We have time.
Untitled Ghostbusters project.
What do you mean?
I think the Russo brothers are already working on a Ghostbusters sequel.
Oh, there's an animated movie in the works.
Ooh.
They could be doing that.
Yeah, you're right. Man, I can't believe they did. What? Wow.
Midnight Special.
They also made some episodes from Arrested Development.
Midnight Special is the movie coming out between...
Oh, that comes out next weekend.
No, wait. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 comes out on the same day as Batman v Superman.
Okay.
I thought you farted for a second.
I did.
That hardcore Henry movie.
Okay.
The Jungle Book.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's the kind of movie I was looking for.
The Huntsman, Winter's War. We saw a trailer for that. Hey,
looks bad.
The cinematography looked really good.
Yeah, but the story looked bad.
Well, of course.
Yeah, not surprised.
And yeah, that's it.
I expect better from Emily Blunt, though. And Oscar winner Charlize Theron.
See, I like Emily Blunt, and I want to see what she brings to it. I mean, it's not going to have Kristen Stewart. There's no Snow White.
And Jessica Chastain.
Yeah.
Has she been nominated for any Academy Awards? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think she's been nominated for anything. I can't think of what she would be. Have you seen Lawless?
No.
Oh, wow. You need to see that pronto.
Okay.
It's so good. I've seen it like 5 times.
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Okay. So.
Is the movie we saw.
Yes, it is. Okay.
It is a spiritual sequel to that 2008 found footage hit,
Getting into gear
Cloverfield. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm stretching.
Cloverfield. Field.
Lots to talk about here. Wow, what a movie.
Wow, what a film.
What a film.
What a film. I mean, what a film.
Great fun ride?
Great
unsettling ride.
Great unsettling.
What genre would you give this? I knew you'd make that face if I
thriller?
asked you. Sci-fi thriller.
Mystery?
Sci-fi mystery? Kind of mystery.
Sci-fi mystery thriller?
Definitely a drama in a lot of ways.
Sci-fi drama mystery?
Like psychological thriller too, though.
Sci-fi psychological rom-com mystery film?
Sci-fi psychological thriller horror?
Yeah.
Action adventure?
Yeah.
Nah. I don't know. It was kind of genreless, but
What happens when Room goes off the deep end?
Room crossed with what even? I don't even know.
Room crossed with Saw, crossed with...
Yeah, crossed with what's a movie where they're like in a like trapped in a bunker or something? Like post-up.
Did you ever see that Ryan Reynolds movie where it was called Buried? And he was buried in the
No, I heard mixed things. Or was
I
it
watched
terrible? Did you like it?
It was okay. It was a cool concept.
Yeah, that's kind of creative.
Yeah.
Was it better than Deadpool?
No, it was the second thing I liked him in the most.
Okay. Really? He's in some pretty good movies. You like The Proposal?
Yeah, that was okay.
Proposal was funny.
It was okay.
What about Just Friends? That one where he was in the fat suit in the beginning. He gets skinny, and then he wants to get he wants the girl from high school to
10
fall in love with him.
Cloverfield Lane.
Fine. So yeah, kind of genreless, but like sci-fi-y.
Yeah. I'm glad it's a spiritual sequel and not a direct sequel, so they could get away from the found footage.
Okay, first question. Do you think it's in the same movie universe?
No.
Okay. Second question.
I wish it was. If it is, I'll be happy.
Second question. What were your initial thoughts? I thought I had a better question.
Okay.
No, who was your favorite character of the three main ones?
I'm going to say favorite on the means of the most interesting.
Yeah.
Not like my favorite, like I love the character the most.
Yeah.
John Goodman's character.
Yeah, I would say that
Howard.
too. Do you think that he stole the show? Like, do you think he's the only memorable thing amongst the three of them? Like, when you think about that movie, you'll just remember him, but nothing really about the other characters. Like, will you remember her arc and his whole, like, John Gallagher's backstory and all that?
Yeah, I think I will. But I do think he shines in a little bit more. But I think it worked to the advantage of the story.
Yeah. Okay.
Like he had to be that over-the-top type of person.
Yeah. So speaking of the story, I'll run through the plot really quick. It's super easy to explain.
Go for it.
This girl, her fiance, right? Leaves her fiance or her husband? I can't tell. Boyfriend. But she left a ring on the counter. I think it was her fiance.
Oh.
Yeah.
She said boyfriend.
This girl,
yeah,
like,
you're right.
There's like no dialogue. It's just kind of like montage-y.
That was interesting.
Yeah,
I like that.
It was very well done, very quick and like clever way to get a lot of backstory in there.
Exposition without having to write anything.
Right? Exactly. Well, that's all written stuff, just no dialogue.
That's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No dialogue.
So this girl, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, is the actress. Her name is Michelle. She leaves her fiance and is...
Maybe this is the Michelle from Full House and that's why she's not there. That'd be a creepy turn. No, just keep
the
going.
sound of my mind exploding.
Sorry, I'll drink my tea while you keep going.
So it's like just a lot of shots of like her leaving. It's kind of, sort of going. You're like, the score very much insinuates that something uneasy is going to happen soon. And she's just driving down the highway. She hangs up the phone on her ex-fiance maybe. And then a car runs her off the road and she crashes into a barrier, like one of those side rails, and then like tumbles a few times. And then wakes up chained with a brace on her leg and an IV in her arm in like some cellar room, no windows, no pants. She's in her underwear on a little mat on the floor, and she doesn't know how she got there.
Then tell you what, I think the waking up without pants would be the scariest thing for me. Like, where are my pants?
I think it gets scarier in the movie at some points.
But seriously though, you wake up, you're like, where are my pants?
Oh man, I would freak out about the IV in my arm. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I'd be like, was that sterilized?
When she tore that out of her arm, I was like, ooh.
There's a simpler way of doing that.
The IV didn't look clean either.
I bet you it was.
I bet he was too.
Based on John Goodman's character, I bet it was very clean.
So to not just kind of take you through the plot point by point, the little brief synopsis is
she learns.
Yeah, John Goodman has created this bunker, and he tells her that he's
John Goodman literally created it.
His name is Howard.
Yes.
Howard has created this bunker, and he says that there has been like some kind of a global attack, like either nuclear or chemical warfare, and he saved her life, and they can't go outside for a very long time. Who knows until like the fallout is done happening and it's safe to go, which could be years, he says. Mm-hmm. And there's one other guy there, played by John Gallagher Jr. His name's Emmett, and it's the three of them there, and just different things happen where you don't know whether or not you can trust who Howard is or what Emmett says, or all kinds of stuff happens in the bunker to like lend towards different ways of thinking in like, should she be there? Should she not? Can she trust people she's with? Can she not? Because sometimes you think she can, sometimes she thinks she can't. I'm not going to tell you what they land on, but it's awesome.
Oh, it's awesome.
Okay, we got the story out of the way. What should we start with?
Without spoiling anything.
Yeah, it's so hard not to spoil. So, how far do you think we can go without it counting a spoiler? Like, can you kind of subtly hint at the like a part that without giving it away that you're thinking about?
Yes, until the part in the trailer where she gets away and tries to go open the barrier door.
Okay, right up to that point.
I think you can get to that point.
What about the thing that happens when she's at the door?
It was in the trailer a little bit.
So we can talk about that, but nothing really after it specifically.
Yes.
Until we get spoilers.
Yes.
Okay. So what was your initial impression of Howard, and what did you think about whether or not you could trust him or not?
Honestly, at the first sight of him, I thought we could trust him.
Yeah. Did you think he was just kind of weird, but like something
really
had happened?
Weird. But I think he was like one of those conspiracy theorists that was just kind of like, everyone thought I was crazy, but look, we are alive, and I saved you, and I saved him, and you should probably respect me for that.
Right. I think it's one of those things where it's like, if you're a conspiracy theorist like he is, you're going to be a little weird.
Yeah.
But at the same time...
and he played weird really well.
If you're right, you're right, though.
Yeah.
So I don't think just because you built the bunker... You
could tell he played it as, he knew he was right, but he's not happy he was right. He's just like... Yeah, because at that one scene while they're at the table eating the spaghetti, and they start kind of making fun of their situation, he's like, "Stop making fun of this situation."
Yeah.
So,
oh man, it gets so. Oh, there's so many twists there in the whole like second half.
Yeah,
it's like hard to keep track of it all in my head. Who you texting?
Chelsea.
That's fair.
That's very fair.
Did you tell her that you would take her into the bunker?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not built yet.
Okay, fine. Would you ever build a bunker? Would you ever think of doing something like that?
I don't know.
I think I would. I don't know.
You want to go build a bunker?
Not to get political, but if Donald Trump gets elected, I might build a bunker.
Okay.
I think that's okay to say.
The Trump bunk.
The Trump bunk.
Donald Trump.
Anyways, where were we? John Gallagher Jr.'s character, Emmett. What'd you think about him? What'd you think about him?
At the very beginning, he seemed kind of like...
A little weird, too. Like,
maybe there was something in the water of this city.
Yeah.
Of this town. like he's like,
both a little
man.
off.
He's like, no, it was a fallout. I mean, I saw it, and, he's telling the truth. And
yeah. Well, okay, now, main character, Michelle. What'd you think about her and how Mary Elizabeth Winstead did?
She did very well.
I thought she was very relatable in that, like, every reaction she had to everything
the same one you would have done.
Is exactly how I would have reacted. Yeah. It was very, like, believable.
Very realistic.
Yeah. Very believable reactions to everything and kind of situations between the people.
Yeah. This movie was very believable.
Oh, yeah. Very believable people. Like, even though they're weird, it's everything feels, like, hyper-realistic in terms of how things would be in that situation.
Yeah. Maybe it's a good thing it's not found footage. Maybe it'd be even creepier.
Yeah. What did you find most impressive about it?
How to keep us entertained while they're in that one space for so long.
Yeah. There's a lot of...
At first I was like, what are they going to keep on doing? They're just going to keep on eating and watching TV and playing games and taking a shower? I mean...
Yeah, well, there's like multiple kind of twists that come up.
They kind of pulled like a Finding Nemo at one point. And they're like, oh, the air filter's broken. You're the littlest one. You got to go in there.
I never thought of that. Oh, man, that's genius.
As soon as
My bubbles.
Well, as soon as he was like, you need to go through the shaft and go in there and turn the thing back on, I was like, that's like Finding Nemo.
It's just like Finding Nemo.
Except they're trying to turn it off and she's trying to turn it back on.
That's true. Man. Wow. This movie just became so much of a Finding Nemo metaphor to me.
Only for that.
Everything in the water tank is kind of like this movie.
Okay.
The fish tank, I mean, in the dentist's office.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Like the whole storyline in the fish tank is kind of like Cloverfield Lane.
Oh man, we need to make a poster now that says
you need to make a mashup
that says P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Oh my gosh, you should take the trailer audio from Cloverfield and cut Finding Nemo to it.
We'll see if it works.
But just the fish tank
stuff. We'll see if it works.
Okay.
I
think that was relevant enough of a tangent to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you... So the thing you found most impressive was how they were able to keep the story going in this small space.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
And to keep the suspense on pins and needles.
What would you change about it? What could have been better? Not that you didn't like it, but you know, if you had a critique, despite how much you like it, what would it be?
Let's see. Would there be anything I changed?
It was weird how much detail I could hear that in my ears.
I know.
You were whispering so quietly.
Oh man, what would I change?
Would there be anything that you changed? Can you think of anything?
I don't think there'd be anything I can change. I like it so much.
Okay. Really, it was that perfect all around for the story that it was.
Well, since it was just so unpredictable, I don't think I could have thought of it going any other way.
Yeah, it's hard to... You'd have to be like a super creative person to think of something else to do with it.
Am I not super creative, Nathan?
Well, you know what I mean. Like, you'd have to think about it a lot. Like, you could think of something.
I'd have to be paid to sit in a room and think about it.
Yeah, you would.
If I'd come out with 10 scenarios.
Good thing I don't have any money because I'm not going to pay you to do that. He's texting his wife. Hold on. Anything you'd change? Casting perfect for you?
Casting was great.
Yeah? What did you think about John Gallagher Jr. playing Emmett? He was kind of... couldn't tell if he was trying to do a country accent or not.
He's in Louisiana. He was trying to do a country accent.
Was it Louisiana or was it East Texas?
I could never tell, but his driver's license said Louisiana on it.
I think it's like Texarkana area.
That makes sense. You want to take a long trip up to Waco? I thought that was funny. Her car, I don't know if you heard me, but whenever she was in her car in the very beginning,
yeah,
I pointed at it, I said, "Look, Texas registration sticker."
Yeah, you did. I remember that. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Cuz I think maybe right on the Louisiana-Texas border over there.
Yeah.
What's over there?
Texarkana.
Yeah, but that's Arkansas border though.
Oh yeah.
But is Beaumont in East Texas? Where's Beaumont at?
It's sad that we don't remember. It's like a whole nother country.
Wait, Beaumont's Texas. Yeah, Beaumont. Yeah. Where's Beaumont at?
I don't. Is
it over by Houston? That's your neck of the woods.
Whatever.
Huh. I just reminded myself of Al Roker. Your neck of the woods. All right. Anyways, do you want to go spoilers now?
I mean, there's not much we can do.
Okay.
Oh wait, we didn't even get to the point where we talked about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about that point, and then we'll say spoilers from there.
She doesn't ever really believe him that he said that that he saved her from whatever.
Right.
She always suspected that he kidnapped her.
Now, at the point that she was trying to escape, were you convinced that like there's a good chance that nothing actually happened?
Well, let me get to the point. Okay. To that part. So the very first time they eat dinner.
Is it the first time they ate dinner? Yeah, I guess it's
the first time they eat dinner at the table together.
Yeah.
You can tell there's just something off with John Goodman's character, Howard. Because Emmett just starts talking randomly about things.
Yeah.
And he starts kind of making fun of the situation, like, because Howard's like, how's the sauce? I was never good at making sauce. My wife was always really good at cooking.
Yeah.
And then, Michelle's like, it's fine. And he's like, Emmett's like, it's the best sauce I ever had. And he's like, are you being funny? And he's like, well, considering the situation,
yeah,
pretty much anything is the best of anything I'm going to have right now. So as far as I'm concerned, it's the best sauce ever. And he's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And he starts talking about Monopoly and how if they start playing Monopoly, they might actually...
John Goodman gets weird in the non-fun,
he gets kind of weird,
way.
And so Michelle gets very apprehensive, and she starts noticing where his keys are on his belt.
Yeah.
So she devises a plan to steal his keys, and
Genius.
She does, and she breaks the bottle over his head, and then she starts running up. He's like, don't open that door. You're going to kill us all. And there's two doors. There's like a safety door and then like the door that seals.
Yeah.
Like an airlock type thing.
Yeah.
She opens the first door and she gets out and she's about to unlock the second door and she notices a car.
Right, and she locks the first door behind her so John Goodman can't.
John Goodman
he's like
can't
stuck behind the first door.
And he's like, don't open that door. And then she sees a car and she's like, there's a car out here. And then a lady pops up at the window and she's like...
Going nuts.
Yeah, she's going nuts and she has all these blemishes on her body.
She looks like Two-Face.
Yeah, kind of.
She's got like, it looks like a chemical burn all on the right side of her face.
And Michelle almost lets her in, but then she notices that the woman's not really in her mind.
Yeah.
In her right mind.
And I've been like, it's just eczema. It's just eczema. Let me in. So yeah, the girl's going nuts. That part was scary.
That part was creepy.
I was freaking out. I liked that one shot, how they just like left the camera right there on her face for like a really long time as she was just freaking out.
And then, she doesn't let her in, obviously.
Yeah.
She's too freaked out.
She's freaked out. Well, she's also just a little too smart for that. Like, she gets the situation.
She gets like there probably is some kind of fallout.
She's very quickly understanding that like he was right, and she's just kind of like, it's like she gets it instantly, but she's just adjusting emotionally.
Yeah. And then they cut to the next scene, and then you go back to thinking John Goodman's a good person because he's not even like mad at her. He's like totally understanding of why she did that.
And she thinks that she sees his car out there, and that like it like
jogs her memory.
It reminds her that was the car that ran her off the road. So she thinks that he like intentionally ran her off the road to kidnap her to bring her there.
Yeah, but he's eventually, after that happens,
after the incident with the woman.
Yeah, he goes in there and he's like, I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
I was the one who ran you off the road. It was an accident. I was at the gas station and heard that this was happening.
So speeding back.
I freaked out and I came home as fast as I could and I tried to pass you, and
that's how the wreck
happened and all that stuff.
And I just felt too bad, and it was my fault, so I brought you in.
And I saved you.
And it kind of explains so much backstory.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So when that happened, I was like, cool.
Yeah, and then they go into a montage of them having fun.
And I thought at that point that it was going to start going a different direction.
Yeah.
And like we were just going to stick with Howard being a good guy. Like maybe it was just like a first impressions kind of thing.
But then it starts getting weird again.
It gets weird again. And this is kind of spoilers.
This is starting to get
So should we put up the big warning sign now for spoilers?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Anything else you want to say to people who haven't seen it that don't want it spoiled?
If you haven't seen it...
Well, they probably haven't because it just came out tonight.
No, I mean, when this posts...
Oh, yeah,
it'll have been almost a week from now.
That's true. It'll have been like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, you should go see it if you haven't. I mean... If you're either debating on seeing this or the Brothers Grimsby,
Grimsby,
I would say take a chance on this.
Definitely take a chance on 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, what's its Rotten Tomatoes at? 90?
93,
nice.
I believe.
That's well deserved if you ask me.
Yeah.
What would you give it before we do spoilers? 1 to 10. Or normal
I'll give it the same rating I gave Zootopia in the 9-point area.
9 point?
9 point something.
Okay, so
it
higher
was
than
really
that.
good.
Yeah.
Really well-rounded, and...
I'll say 9.1.
There you go. There you go.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to go with too?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so 9.1. Highly recommend. Okay, spoilers. So we were talking about Howard.
We gotta spoil this.
Things with Howard going the different direction.
92% now.
Okay, cool.
Certified fresh.
Ooh. So... we thought things with Howard were kind of like settled when he did his whole apology. We were like, okay, turns out Howard is like, he's just a little weird because he's a conspiracy theorist, but he's not like an evil guy, like no bad intentions.
Yeah, he's just, yeah.
Then he seems kind of sweet,
Yeah, they do that big montage, which is basically the first trailer.
They're all getting along. He's
eating
not
dinner.
like freaking out at Emmett. They're smiling at meals and cleaning together and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So... that was very short-lived, though. Like, did you think
and then
there was
after
gonna be
that,
more
it
of
was
that?
whenever like the air filter came off.
Yeah.
And she went to go fix the air filter.
Oh, that's when.
And then whenever she went into that room, she noticed there was another ladder leading out.
I'm getting goosebumps just
and so she climbed up there to look up, and she sees blue skies and everything. But then she starts to see like scratches on the glass.
Yeah.
So she brushes over like a curtain, like a little curtain thing or something, and she sees the word "help." And she touches it, and she realizes it's from the inside.
Oh, man.
And then she finds there's a little bit of blood on there, and then she finds like a bloody earring.
What a creative way to jumpstart the plot again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so after that, she's like, oh, goodness.
Yeah. I think we can kind of assume that like people now, we're in the era of them having seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that part, things got fishy real quick. Now, did that necessarily to you, like, flip your switch again in the brain? Like, okay, never mind, Howard is, like, bad news.
Well, I found myself trying to think of scenarios of why that would have happened, and maybe he was, like, trying to save her, or, you know.
Something.
Like
you want him to be good.
Maybe she ran away into the bunker and got locked in there. I don't know.
Well, you were just real invested in...
I was really invested in trying to figure out, like, what was going on.
Yeah.
And trying to justify that John Goodman might still actually be good.
Because we always just want John Goodman to be a good guy.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened right after? So then they plan, like...
Her and Emmett plan
to get out there.
Make a gas mask.
Make a hazmat suit.
Hazmat suit.
Yeah.
But they know that she can only make one because they
Out
only
of the
have
shower
so
curtain.
much shower curtain.
Yeah. So they're going to do the homemade gas mask and hazmat suit. And then one of them, they're both going to steal his gun, Howard's gun,
And
tie him up.
And
one of them's going to explode. What did you think about that plan? Did you think that was a good... What were they going to do? Like,
I was like, how are they going to tie him up?
Yeah, I guess if they get the gun, they kind of become the boss, you know?
So.
Like, kind of make him sit down so they can tie him up with threatening with the gun.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And then, what was their plan? Like, someone goes out there and hopefully, like, there's military flying around and, like, they can...
Well, I think when she saw the help, she still thinks that he was lying.
Ooh.
Even though she saw that lady.
To me, I think they still believed that...
I mean, that was the reason she was making a hazmat suit.
Yeah, I think they fully believed that, like, something had gone down. They just didn't want to be stuck there with Howard.
Yeah, they wanted to be stuck with, like, the government or military or something like that.
Yeah. Interesting.
And so, yeah. And then it just gets even weirder and weirder as it goes on. And, like...
So what started happening before, like, the stuff really went down? You know the part I'm talking about.
Well, they're playing, like, charades or something, and then
they
think that he figured it out, but he's actually just trying to charade Santa Claus.
Right.
Because he's like, I know what you're doing at all times. And
is that all that really happened?
That's all that really happens. And then after that, he's like, hey, Michelle, I need your help with something. And then they go into the kitchen, and they get that barrel and bring it into the room.
Yeah. And
he opens it up, and he's like, this is the stuff, like, Navy fuel, like, jet engine fuel or something like that.
Basically, like hardcore acid crap that melts
it's like
you.
the dip in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
And he's like, he found like scissors and stuff.
Scissors and I think it was the box cutter for cutting the.
Yeah, and so he's like, just tell me what's going on now.
Yeah, just tell
me.
And
then, we learned earlier in the story when her and Emmett are bonding that she always wanted to, like, stand up for herself, but her brother would always do it.
Yeah.
And then she, like, saw, like, a dad being abusive to her daughter in a store, but she didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And they were talking about regrets.
Right.
And
she always wished that she had, like, not been the kind that, like, just panics and runs and lets someone else, like, take the blunt of it for her.
And so when we go back to this scene, Emmett starts blaming only himself.
Right. He takes the blame for the stuff.
And she doesn't say anything.
He says he wants to make a weapon out of it, right? Because
he says he's trying to make a weapon because he wants
to be respected.
He wants to be respected the way Michelle respects him. He wants Michelle to respect him the way that she respects Howard.
It's a pretty good lie.
It was a pretty good lie.
He said he was sorry, and I thought, honestly, like the tension.
Well, because earlier in the movie, he just wanted somebody to say he was.
He likes apologies.
He likes apologies.
Yeah. So he said, "I accept your apology,"
and then just shoots him in the head.
What a flip of emotions. Because it was like he was lying. I thought, oh, he did. And then for a solid 5 seconds when he says, I accept your apology, I was like, oh, yay, he gets to live. And then, bam, right back to he did again.
Oh.
How did that hit you? Like, that was pretty effective.
Like a ton of bricks.
Emotional beat there, right?
You felt the whole 8 people in the theater just go like this. Wah!
How good was the sound design when you got that gunshot ringing in your ears?
Yeah.
His voice is kind of muted.
And then he runs over to Michelle and he's like, it's okay. You heard him. He wanted to make a weapon. He was going to turn on us. And it's just like,
so much is hitting you all at once because you're like, she's stuck there with just him now. And it's like, you almost don't know how to, it's like so many things to feel bad about because Emmett's dead, but now she's also stuck there alone with him.
He's super crazy because then It's like, you probably should get away for this part. And he's dipping him in that acid crap. And then he comes in with ice cream. And he's like, and he shaved.
Trying to play it hunky-dory.
And he shaved. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it was like it was his plan all along. Did you notice how he was talking about?
I think probably like the last girl, he probably wanted her for like.
Yeah, I think he kind of wanted like. Things. I don't know if it was that.
Or he wanted to fill the void of his daughter.
I think it was kind of like The Visit kind of situation where he wanted a fake daughter. And I think that's what he did with Megan.
My pre-order for the Penny and Sparrow album is now available for download.
Nice. Is it? Oh, wow.
They did it early.
Cool.
If you haven't listened to Penny and Sparrow, go do it now. Their third album's coming out. It's great.
It's great. So yeah, he's fully crazy. He shaves. Yeah, but we were saying, I think it was
more of like I want to be your, like, I need to be the parental figure.
I want to be your crazy fake dad.
Yeah.
Because he says family.
He does say family.
I don't think he would say family if he was thinking
right.
That kind of relationship.
But what did he do with that other girl?
I think he acided her.
No, I mean, like, what was his intentions the first time?
I don't know what happened. Maybe she got close to escaping, or maybe like she died.
Well, do you think he kidnapped? Because
I think he kidnapped her. Yeah.
I mean, well, Emmett says that
she went missing.
But this was long before any of this happened.
Years before, I think.
So why did he kidnap her?
When he was in high school.
Yeah. So why did he kidnap her then? What is he like?
I think he's crazy. I think
he's
it was
just crazy.
One of those grandparents from The Visit.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it was right whenever Megan left. His daughter got taken away by her mother.
Yeah, so what do you think? Do you think he intentionally took Michelle for like that kind of purpose? I think he saw her at the gas station.
He did. He was the truck that pulled up when she was getting gas.
I think it's just like a huge coincidence. Do you even think that it was like because of the event that he had them down there? Or do you think it was like, what if it was like he didn't even know that like that event was happening. He was just trying to kidnap Michelle, and Emmett coming because he had saw something was like totally just not in his plan,
I think it was more that he knew it was coming, and he remembered her from the gas station.
I think that's likely, but what if
I
it
think
was
he
like...
knew when he pulled up into the gas station and saw her. I think he knew the event was about to happen.
I think that maybe he was just going to make her another Megan.
Maybe. Well, not Megan. Her name was something else. Megan was his daughter. Like, he actually did have a daughter named Megan, but that wasn't...
He did?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the real daughter? Because he showed
They never
a picture.
showed. Oh, I think it was...
I don't think he actually had a daughter, man. I think that was the whole point.
No, because Emmett said, whenever he showed the picture, he's like, that's not Megan. Megan doesn't look like that. He knows what Megan looks like.
No, I don't think he said that's not Megan because he knows what Megan looks like. He said that's not Megan because he knew who that girl was, and her name's not Megan.
Oh, maybe.
So I don't think there ever was a Megan.
But in the viral marketing,
yeah,
they had there was a website you could go to, and it was like a website that was like secret code that Howard was using to communicate to his daughter when her mother took her away, and he was like, I can't believe your mother took you away from me. It's not safe. Things can happen. Now you're not near the bunker, but it's okay. I have built bunkers all over this place. And he lists out like places that they can go to a bunker if something happens. So I think he actually had a wife and a daughter named Megan.
Interesting. Okay, so maybe she was just kidnapped to like replace his daughter.
Yeah. To
make him feel like he had never lost her or something.
Yes. I think so. I think to justify the fact that he can't save his daughter, he's going to save someone else.
Do you think he took her to save her? Or do you think he just took her to like... Wait, when you say her, are you referring to Michelle or the girl they kidnapped?
Michelle.
Okay. So you don't think
I can't tell you why he kidnapped that other girl.
So you don't think he kidnapped Michelle, you think it was a legitimate trying to save her life?
I think so.
Okay. I think that maybe...
I think it was a little bit of both. I think he kidnapped her to keep to have some company, but then, save her life in the process.
Interesting. Man, lots to think about there. Lots of psychological warfare going on between the three of them.
He had to have some kind of kindness in him if he actually let Emmett stay, if that wasn't even part of his plan.
Yeah.
Unless he was just waiting for Emmett to, like, screw up.
I thought about that, too. Like, waiting for him to just do something to justify...
The first time we meet him, you hear Emmett knock over something, and he goes in there, like,
real
barging.
Pissed. Yeah.
But then that was also the first time he was like, but he's like, Emmett knocked over a week's worth of food, but he's sorry about it, right? And Emmett's like, yes, I'm sorry. And he's like, okay, good. He apologized.
Maybe it was kind of like he was just waiting for him to have some kind of excuse to get rid of him so that he could be alone there. So that, because if he just kills him right off the bat, there's no way that like Michelle's going to be cool with it, you know?
I mean, he had that acid on hand for something.
Right? Oh, man, there's so much to think about.
I wish this movie would have been like 30 minutes longer and we got all this other stuff.
So, if we don't, so we get to the ending where we just talked. So he shoots Emmett. She freaks out.
She freaks out.
He shaves. He's doing his whole going.
She goes
crazy.
She goes through Emmett's wallet, finds the bus ticket that he was talking about when he said that he never went to college. He left. He never showed up at the bus stop.
What did she do? What was the first blow that she did? She kicked over the acid. Mm-hmm. That's what she did.
Well, she finished making the hazmat suit.
Right. No, what was the first thing she did, like, to knock him down, and then she locked him in her room?
Oh, here. She's finishing the hazmat suit, and then she hears Howard coming, so she brushes it all into the thing.
Right.
But then she has the mask, and she's like, oh, crap, what am I going to do with this? She puts it in the air vent.
When that screw fell.
And then whenever Howard's about to leave out of the room, the screw in the air vent falls on the ground, and he looks at it, and she's like, it's been doing that all the time. I don't know why. And so he looks in there, and, he can't.
He doesn't find
it.
But he sees
something under her bed, and he's like, get up. And she's like, why? And he's like, get up. And then he grabs her ear and hair and throws her up.
Throws her aside.
And then he lifts it up, and as soon as he lifts it up, she's like running out of the room and then shuts the door.
So she didn't like try to knock him over at first or anything? She
runs out of the room and shuts it and locks it.
So she runs to close the door, and she runs up, and I pulled a Corey on this movie where I predicted what she was going to do.
Yeah, we'll get to that. And then
she runs, this is what she goes to do. She runs into his room. It's the first place she goes.
Yeah.
To get the nitrogen stuff, the freeze can.
And then he runs out, and then she kicks over the acid.
And not to mention, she sees Emmett in the big tub of acid melting.
Yeah,
that was disturbing. But then he says, like, what was the line where he says, like, what are you going to do? And she's like, I'm going to do this. And, like, kicks over the tub of acid. That was kind of a cliche, like,
I don't know.
kind of one-liner kind of moment.
What else are you going to say?
It was a little uncharacteristic of the movie, though, to me.
That was her standing up for herself.
Look, I'm not saying it was terrible. I'm just trying to show some kind of critique somewhere.
Kicks over the acid. He slips in it. And I'm thinking, here goes
Falls face flat. I thought he was going to be dead right there.
I thought he was going to be dead right there, too. But no, he's a fighter.
I thought that was the kill shot.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, cool. I'm cool with that being the kill shot because I want to see what's outside. I was itching to know what was outside because it looks all sunny and everything out there.
Yeah, it did.
It doesn't look like
post-apocalyptic. Little bit of a chase. She realized, and then a fire starts because the acid
corrodes a wire.
Yeah.
Well, I saw this blank. I want to make sure. Yes.
I was about to say, if it's not, I don't know what to do.
No, we're good.
It probably peaked or something.
Yeah, that's probably.
And so she runs back into her room.
She gets the suit. He comes back.
And she knocks over the shelf.
Man, he's got long lives. He's got like 9 lives or something.
He does.
Because that should have knocked him out cold at least.
Well, it almost did, but then he got up.
Not to mention half his face is already melted. Oh, man.
She goes through the
air vent that she went to go to the air filtration
the thing.
system.
Another Finding Nemo thing. He does it again. He does it twice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because it's like the same route to get out in the end that he goes.
She goes in there. She puts on the hazmat suit, or where she's going through the thing, and he's stabbing the knife through the thing, through the air vent.
Yeah.
We're like, wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I was freaking out.
I thought she was going to, get, stabbed.
I thought she'd get nicked, at least. Yeah.
Well, when he grabbed her foot, I thought he was going to rip the hazmat suit.
Oh, I thought, because I remember seeing her in the trailer outside without a hazmat suit.
They probably did that for the trailer, so you wouldn't know.
So, I just thought he probably gets hold of it, and she just has to go outside without it.
He doesn't. She gets out. She puts on the hazmat suit. She goes up the ladder.
Yeah.
And then she does the liquid.
She gets to the liquid nitrogen stuff.
Canister and sprays the lock and then breaks it off. Gets out. And then she's outside. And then she sees the truck. She wants to try to drive away.
Yeah, there's kind of like a breath moment. We kind of get a chance to breathe.
Yeah, she's looking around.
Like the door is shut. Like there's no way he's getting out.
Yeah. But then she goes to get in the truck. She rips the bottom of her leg on the suit.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, crap. And she brought a roll of duct tape. She was smart.
Oh, she did it real fast.
She wrapped up the duct tape.
Man, she's a badass.
She is.
I just want to say that real quick. I thought her character was a super badass.
She is.
Like, so from the very beginning, like from the time she took the keys, that was bold and sneaky, and then smashes him in the face with a bottle. All kinds of badass stuff. Then she makes that whole hazmat suit thing.
Yeah.
And, oh, man. Throws him in acid, throws shelves on him, gets out of there, is smart enough to know to freeze the lock.
Well, he told her about that.
I know, but like, I think
remember that?
Yeah, I think the plan was just to take his keys, like when they tied him up, and then just leave.
Yeah.
But she has to come up with a new alternative escape plan, like on the fly, and she thinks, "Oh, I'll freeze the lock." Yeah, that's super clever.
So she's outside. She sees the truck. She goes to the truck, rips her thing,
tapes it back up,
gets in the truck, no keys, and then
so she looks up in the sky.
Well, she gets onto the hood of the car. Well, first, what she does is
there's a few things that happen before what you're about to.
She gets out of the truck, and then she hears birds.
Well, she sees birds flying overhead.
And then she sees... No, first she hears birds, then she sees birds, and then you hear, like, bugs and everything. And you're like, there's no nuclear fallout.
Yeah.
Everything's still alive.
There are creatures.
There are creatures breathing.
So she takes off the mask.
She
doesn't start melting.
She starts laughing a little bit. She's like, okay, I can breathe.
Then she hears the chopper sound.
Then she hears a chopper, so she's like, ooh, I can be saved.
Right.
So she gets onto the top of the truck and looks over the cornfield.
I was expecting to see like
a military helicopter.
Like, what do they call those, oh man, what do they call the military helicopters with the two propellers?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The ones that could turn into a plane?
Yeah. No, they're like, what are they called? Black Hawks?
Oh, Black Hawk?
There's another one.
I don't remember.
It's like the long one. Phoenix or something?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I thought I was going to see a military-grade helicopter.
Yeah, me too.
And
what does she see instead?
Something we've never seen before.
How long did it take you to realize it was a spaceship? Because you said, what is that?
Well, when I said, what is that, I knew that it was alien. I just said, what is that? I was like, what is that?
Sure you did.
I did.
You thought it was a jet plane.
Of course. I thought we were in the realm of Terminator, and it was one of those... No.
Yeah.
It was a spacecraft. And we're like, oh, aliens, yes.
I don't know. Something threw me off about that. Maybe it's just because we spent the whole movie inside of this, like, old-timey bunker, and then all of a sudden there's a spaceship in the last
Well, it's fine. I mean,
minutes.
Even in the... Well, they were talking about it in the conspiracy theorists about and stuff, and he's like, aliens could be a thing, too.
No, I mean, like, it threw me off in a good way. Like, I was like, wow.
Well, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting, like, what they said in the beginning in, like, a attack or something.
Yeah, like, this took a turn.
Yeah. And then she's just like, oh, come on.
I thought she was gonna like get the keys to the car and just like drive on out of there and then like
find
go
out
to the
like
city.
Everyone's okay.
Well, no, I thought she was gonna go to the city and see that like the city had been demolished by like a Cloverfield alien, but that like it wasn't a nuclear fallout or anything. It was just a monster attack, but like people are still alive and stuff. You know, kind of like in Cloverfield kind of situation.
Yeah. But no,
that's not what happened though.
And then she tries. What does she do?
She tries going to the other car.
She tries to go to the other car, and she goes to open the door and sets off the alarm. And then the thing hears it. No, that's not it.
No, she sets off the alarm, and
no, that's not what happens.
No, yes, it is. She sets off the alarm, and she freaks out because the ship is gonna find her from the alarm. So she runs into that shed.
No, you missed a lot.
What did I miss?
The bunker explodes first.
The bunker did it. Oh,
the bunker explodes and gets the attention of the thing while she's standing on the hood.
That's what she thinks is going to get the ship's
attention.
attention.
Oh, crap. And so it drops like an alien off the ship. You can kind of see it. It drops it into the cornfield. And that's when she's like, oh, come on. And then she gets off, runs to the other car, tries to open it, and then the alarm goes off. She's like, oh, crap. Then that's when she runs into the shed.
And the woman that she wouldn't let in is there, melted on the ground.
Yeah.
And so then we get the whole little monster messing with the car thing.
And so she tries to find the keys.
What's going through your head during all this stuff?
Like, it's going to jump out and scare us.
Did you think she was going to die?
I didn't think... I thought if she did, it wouldn't be right there. But
I thought she was doomed. I thought she was going to die for sure.
she gets the keys, and she looks through the thing, and the alien starts to come into the
Yeah.
shed. But then she clicks the keys on
Right.
and
Turns
the car
off
goes
the alarm.
beep beep, and then it walks out to go see what's going on.
Right.
And then she sees the lights are on in the
house.
and so she thinks someone's in there. So she runs toward the house, and then the ship comes up, and
Like
she's
out of the house or from right behind
from
it?
behind
I
it.
couldn't really tell.
It might have been.
It kind of
couldn't
looked like it was
tell.
from in the house or something. Like it
kinda
was
did,
like
didn't it?
Smart House situation.
I don't know.
I like that movie, Smart House.
Yeah, that Disney Channel movie.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
really good.
So then she starts running the other way, and that thing is running after her. Oh, it's spitting out
gets in-
chemicals. She puts the hazmat
Suit
helmet back on.
Yeah.
I think she tries to get into the car.
Tries to get into the
truck. She tries to get in the truck.
and then the thing bites her helmet off.
And then
She
when
shuts
she's
the door.
she's just in the truck, and the truck starts to get picked up by the spaceship
Mm-hmm.
and like sucked into it's like an organic spaceship with like a mouth on the bottom.
It's like surrounded. It's like encased a bigger alien.
Yeah,
inside.
I thought she was. I thought she was screwed. I thought she was gonna get eaten, and that was gonna be the end of the movie. And
Well,
we were
then
gonna
they
be like,
pulled a
well,
War
crap.
of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise, and she finds a wine bottle, and lights it on fire. What is that?
I have no idea. Okay.
I love how we're just talking about the plot of the movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to ask you like your commentary on it. Like,
But we're talking about it because it's so good.
yeah,
And so she lights the wine bottle on fire with the rag and throws it into the mouth of the thing, and it drops the truck, and she wakes up and the thing crashes.
yeah,
She drives away, and then her character arc comes to a close when she gets a radio. She finally gets radio signal, and it says like, if you're alive, come to the safe zone in Baton Rouge. Go straight head north of Baton Rouge.
yeah.
If you have medical experience, head to Houston to help us.
Right.
And then she chooses to go to Houston because
Does she have medical experience? I guess, or was she just wanted to not run away?
she wanted to
do
help.
the hard thing.
She wanted to help.
Yeah, she wanted to.
She wanted to not run away again.
Right. I thought that was super cool.
That was cool.
It was also relieving to hear about like how many people are still out there in the world, and
I always love how in movies people in
Stuff is
Houston
happening.
always survive.
like where else?
Like in Day After Tomorrow, it's like this one of the safe zones is like that part of Texas.
Really?
In all these disaster movies, it's like that part of Texas is the safe zone.
I bet it was the same thing in Signs too.
Maybe
I bet
they have a lot of water.
The first ones, and yeah, lots of water. Spoiler alert for Signs.
I love the ending shot though, where it tilts it. The
lightning shot.
Well, it dollies up when she drives onto the road to go to Houston, and it shows the city in the background that's lit up.
Yeah.
And then the lightning strikes, and you see the spaceship, the big spaceship, and you're like, "Oh crap!"
That was super cool.
They need to make a sequel to that movie, like not a spiritual, but like a
Real sequel
of another person's perspective, maybe.
I was thinking you could just keep doing an ongoing series where it's like the same event from just different people's
Well,
point
that's
of
what they
view.
originally were going to do for Cloverfield 2. It was going to be a found footage movie, but from someone else
Interesting.
witnessing that.
I like that they did this instead, though.
I do too, because this movie's better than Cloverfield.
They could do a comedy next. They could do like a This Is the End type movie
That'd be
for
kinda neat.
Cloverfield.
Get Edgar Wright to direct it.
And they could call it like, I don't know, we'll come up with
They got to put Cloverfield in the title.
21 Cloverfield Street.
Oh my goodness.
It could work.
This is Cloverfield.
Anyways, great movie.
Great movie. What time are we at?
We're at almost an hour, I think, so we should move on to our trailer of the week soon.
Okay.
Because we.
What was your favorite scene? We got to talk about your favorite scene. I mean, you got to have a favorite scene, right?
Oh man, that's such a hard question. I have two picks. It's either when she steals the keys off of him, hits him in the face with a bottle, and goes and almost goes outside. Super tense scene. The acting was impeccable in that scene, especially by John Goodman. That was like one of the more tense moments for me. Or it would be the whole ending when she gets outside, which was just wow. Such a wow. Just so out of nowhere.
Yeah.
In a really awesome way. It's like it's a whole different movie. It's like, okay, now we just watched 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now we're going to watch this sci-fi short film where this girl runs from aliens.
Yeah.
But it felt so, it like just transitioned right into it, like out of nowhere, you know? How about you?
There's no film quite like this, is there?
No, this was really original.
And it was really great that they kept it under wraps until 2 months before it released.
I'm gonna call this the most original sequel ever.
Kind of a sequel.
Spiritual sequel, whatever, what have you.
I mean, it's made by the same company and it has Cloverfield in the title.
It's a follow-up to a different movie. Like, it wouldn't be called Cloverfield otherwise. So
I see that. I agree. The most clever sequel of any of
the fact that it's a
movie.
spiritual sequel is one of the reasons I'm calling it like a really original sequel.
Yeah. It is. I like it.
Would it have been better with Josh Trank in it, though?
No. Josh Trank?
No, not Josh Trank. What's his name? What's the guy's name that plays he's in Deadpool and he's the main character in Cloverfield?
Oh, T.J. Miller.
T.J. Miller. Why do I always want to call that guy
I don't want HUD in there.
You don't want HUD?
HUD! HUD! HUD!
He's dead anyways.
He is
spoiler alert. Anyways, favorite scene?
Any scene John Goodman is in? His
That's like the whole
nuances,
movie.
though.
Oh man.
Like that one.
Better performance, John Goodman in this
first,
movie or Heath Ledger as the Joker?
Hold on. One of the very first scenes when he's like, everyone thought I was wrong, but I was prepared. And then he like starts like rubbing the wall. And then he looks at her and he gives her this little smirk.
Yeah.
Like he's proud of himself.
Yeah.
It was so nuanced.
The subtlety, I mean.
Well, I was looking, I was like, this isn't John Goodman.
That's subtlety, though.
That's subtlety, though. I heard that he gets really into character, though. Like, whenever he arrives on set, he's that character for the entire shoot.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cool. Like, I couldn't like John Goodman more already.
That'd be creepy for this movie, though.
Oh, man. Okay. You didn't say a favorite scene yet, though. You just said anything with John Goodman. That's like 90% of the movie.
Let me see. That first dinner scene was really good.
You want to go with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't sound like you can think of anything else.
Or the scene after she finds the help sign.
Yeah.
And she tells Emmett.
Yeah.
But then like Howard walks by, and so they're kind of just acting like nothing had happened, and they're by the
I know.
They're by the jukebox, and he walks up to the jukebox like, "Woo, that was
problem solving puts me in a musical mood."
And then he just puts in music. He starts dancing, and they're just like standing there like this.
So uncomfortable. Oh,
that was a good scene.
That was funny. Okay, cool. Well, that's 10 Cloverfield Lane. Thumbs up.
Almost gave
thumbs up.
Almost gave Tim Cloverfield Lane a 10.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Trailer of the week.
I feel like two trailers.
2 trailers.
One was
Well, let's do the non-big one then. What was the other one?
Kubo.
I forgot about that.
There's a new trailer for Kubo and the 2 strings.
I guess I forgot that was new.
Laika's fourth movie, stop motion.
What did you think?
It still looks awesome.
Yeah, the only thing that throws me off is Matthew McConaughey's character.
That was the only thing that threw me off too. And I was like, that didn't even sound like him. It sounds like George Clooney.
Well, he just sounds kind of like the tone of his character. It's just very like cliche animated movie jokes where like he can't get up and stuff, But everything else about the trailer looks super epic and artsy and
it's like a
creative.
It's like a Miyazaki film, but stop motion.
Have you seen a Miyazaki film?
I think so.
Well, you're making the comparison.
He made Spirited Away, right?
Yeah, he did.
It's like Spirited Away, but stop motion.
There you go. I need some
and I've seen The Secret Life of Ariati, or The Secret World of Ariati.
I haven't seen a Miyazaki film. I really need to, though.
Start with Spirited Away.
Yes, sir.
I think I've seen Kiki's Delivery Service, too.
So you've seen a few. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, was there anything... Do you feel any differently about it now that you've seen this trailer versus the other 2?
I did get a little worried on the stuff whenever you're talking about like Matthew McConaughey. Anytime he's like, because he's just like, I'll tell you, this is the first time I've ever done this.
Yeah, with the bow thing.
That he breaks something and he's like, he did it.
Yeah, cheap jokes.
Yeah.
It's not the kind of movie that should have... That movie doesn't even need like real like overt comedy. No. It can just be... Just let it be weird, Mm-hmm. It doesn't need like jokes.
Yeah.
Like just situational
maybe it was
stuff.
just out of context. Maybe in context they work a little better.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I think, and maybe it's not even like really in the movie. Maybe they're just doing that to try to like.
It could be
market it up to an audience,
to a children audience.
Yeah, because there's not really like an obvious demographic for a Leica type movie, you know.
No, there really isn't.
Except hipsters.
Even then.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't tell you who the audience for the Box Trolls were.
Yeah, see,
the Box Trolls is amazing.
Think of Coraline. Like Coraline doesn't really feel like a kid's movie.
I love Coraline.
Yeah, I know, but it's not
Paranorman.
Too. Paranorman. Kids could
that
watch
was the more kid one.
It's a little bit more palpable by the masses, but
he has
still
that funny little
good.
redhead friend.
I think Paranorman's my favorite Leica movie.
I think mine's still Coraline.
Coraline's good, but something about Paranorman was just really relatable to me.
Okay.
It was better than Frankenweenie.
It was.
Yeah. Okay.
Frankenweenie, the last good Tim Burton movie.
Oh. Frankenweenie was good, wasn't it?
It was good.
That was a good...
I saw it once.
That and Paranorman. Those came out like the same fall, like right around Halloween season. Those were both good.
They were both very good.
Yeah. Okay. You want anything else about Kubo? When does it come out?
August.
Ooh, we have to wait a while.
Yeah, I'm surprised they already have 2 trailers.
I was going to say, they have a teaser, a trailer 1, and a trailer 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're already marketing it that much.
Yeah, you think they'd wait longer. All right, you want to talk the big trailer?
Oh my goodness, the big trailer.
Do you want to say it or you want me to?
I got acid reflux just thinking about it. Oh man, so the final trailer for Captain America Civil War.
Is it the final or just trailer 2?
A lot of people said final.
I think we're getting one more, I bet.
It's a new trailer for Captain America.
You know what? No, you're right. It's probably final. We probably get
final
TV
trailer.
spots. Yeah.
Final trailer for Captain America.
Minus
Civil War.
TV spots.
Minus TV. It's the final trailer minus TV spots for Captain America Civil War. What a trailer this was. Talk about pins and needles.
What was your favorite part of the trailer? If you haven't watched the trailer, guys, take 2 minutes. Go watch it right now.
Yeah. Pause and then come back.
Welcome back. What'd you think of the trailer?
Yeah, it was great. Everything about it was great.
Any reservations about something that might not be good?
No.
I have none. It looks like exactly what everyone wants.
Yes.
But not in the like cliche, like generic way.
See, I mean, it shows a lot of action and stuff, but it's very character driven.
Oh yeah, like oh my gosh.
Like when they're showing all the destruction, and he's like New York, Washington D.C., and then he's like Sokovia, and then Scarlet Witch is like, and then Captain America's like, okay,
that's enough.
That's enough. Or
how much do you think it helps that we've had so many movies with these characters?
I think that's why it helps. That's why it looks a lot better than Batman v Superman.
I think that's actually a really good point.
I completely forgot about that movie while watching this trailer.
That's a really good point. They have like such a leg up on that whole universe because they've already built up those characters so well.
Yeah.
Think of the character development that Captain America went through in Winter Soldier.
I know.
Like his whole distrust of any kind of like
that's what spills onto this movie.
Authority.
If we were talking about like first movie Captain America.
Yeah. He was like in
this.
the system.
Yeah, he's like government good.
Yeah, and that's like everything that gets thrown into question in Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Man, think about like the last 3 movies for both Iron Man and Captain America. Like for Iron Man, you have Age of Ultron, Iron Man 3, and Avengers.
Uh-huh.
Like all of that was him. I guess
kind of Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 3 wasn't really his fault, was it? He didn't really create something that was.
He was working on that extremist stuff.
Was he
in the 90s?
Wasn't he kind of the one that came up with it? Or was it Guy Pearce's character?
I think that was what's her face's character.
Yeah. So
not
basically,
Pierce,
Iron
girl.
Man had like 3 movies of like feeling responsible for like stuff going wrong.
Especially Age of Ultron.
Especially Age of Ultron.
Goodness, Tony.
It's true though. He was responsible.
Oh, he was solely responsible.
But Steve Rogers, his last 3 movies have all been kind of like, you know, I question the system. Mm-hmm. I question like having to answer to somebody, because when you get like a government kind of entity having a voice, it always ends up being corrupt. And like the only thing I can trust is myself and the people super close to me.
Yep.
But obviously, like
he says that in the movie, in the trailer.
You need checks and balances though. Like the obvious person, like I totally get what Tony's saying. Like we can't just like be superheroes all over the world while cities are getting destroyed and just expect no consequences from it.
Yeah.
Whose side are you on? It's tough, right?
It's tough. I mean,
I think I'm on Captain America's side though, but mainly because I just like Steve Rogers a lot more than I like Tony Stark. But I've heard that a lot of people actually don't like Steve Rogers. They think he's kind of a jerk. I don't think that at all. I think he's
very sincere.
Yeah, I think he's
a great guy.
Yeah, I think he's like probably one of the like pure spirits of the movie the universe.
He's the embodiment of like innocence almost.
Yeah, of that movie world.
I love the quote in the trailer where he's like, "I know we're not perfect, but the safest hands are still our own."
Yeah.
And when he says that, when he's saying the safest hands are still our own, Tony Stark's glove is wrapping his hand, and then he gets shot.
We got a lengthier version of that little sequence. Like we saw him do some blocks first before he blocked the bullet, and you got to see his shocked face more.
Steve is talking about the safest hands.
Oh man, two other things. Him and Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, Natasha. Is it Natasha?
Natasha Romanoff.
That's right. Him and Natasha were super tight in Winter Soldier,
and now they're on opposing sides.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh man, so many heartstrings.
And he's like, they're gonna come for you, and she's like, "What is?" Or did he say like, "Watch your back"? Or
no, he says that, and she's like, "I'm not the one that needs to watch his back."
Yeah, I'm not the one who needs to watch their back.
And then how about that? I was reading the YouTube comments. Everyone was like, "At this part, it gave me chills," or "I was crying," or something. And it was when Tony says like, "Stay down, final warning," and he gets up all bloody, and he's like,
"I could do this all day." From like the first Captain America.
Oh man!
I have been in the alley they shot that scene in.
How full circle is that, man?
Where he says, "I can do this all day."
Yeah, I can do this all day.
It's on the Paramount lot.
Oh man! And then it shows a little clip right after that where he's like wailing on Iron Man, like it's like punch, 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 shield punch. I was like, this is gonna be awesome.
How'd you like that shot of Ant-Man riding one of Hawkeye's arrows?
That was my favorite shot. And when he goes in between Iron Man's fingers and oh man, that was my favorite part.
Supposedly we're getting Giant Man in this movie.
What'd you think of the Black Panther stuff? Like him running fast, catching
Winter
Soldier.
Looked good.
He's bulletproof apparently because his suit's made
of vibranium.
Yeah, those were helicopter bullets he was getting hit by. They were just bouncing right off him.
It's called vibranium in this movie.
Yeah, it's vibranium.
Yeah.
Not adamantium. Did I say adamantium?
No.
Okay.
I was just making sure I was right.
Okay, last question. Who do you think's gonna win?
I don't think there's gonna be a clear winner.
You don't think so?
I think something's gonna happen that they're all gonna have to like kind of just
do you think
team up to do.
Do you think Rhodey dies?
It's a big question because they already show him knocked out in the trailer, and if he dies, they kind of spoiled it.
Yeah, that's kind of a.
I don't think they would do that, would you?
I think that they'll probably pull an Age of Ultron with it, where everyone thought Hawkeye would die, and it turns out that it's someone else. I bet Rhodey doesn't die. What if they kill?
What if they kill Bucky?
I thought about that. Yeah, some people think Steve is gonna die.
Well, I think in the comic he dies.
Does Captain America die in the comic?
I think.
Ooh, what if they did that?
Then Bucky would take the realm, or maybe Falcon.
Man, that'd be crazy. Okay.
I think I would cry. I might actually cry.
It's time to talk about the elephant in the room.
Francine.
Happy birthday.
Still high on the hills of Zootopia.
Elephant of this room, though, Spider-Man. Oh. Did you almost forget to talk about Spider-Man?
No, I was saving him.
Okay, so we see Spider-Man in the last shot. What's underoos mean? First question.
Underoos are those training underwear for little kids that look like underwear.
So he's making fun of his costume.
Well, and because he's really young. He's 16. 15 or 16.
Okay.
And so he's like, underoos!
Underoos! And then, I don't know. What did you think about that little clip there with Spider-Man? Just overall thoughts about it.
I am excited to see him.
Okay. I thought the tone of that, it was just kind of like super serious spy thriller like movie, and then all of a sudden,
this movie
Tony Stark's cracking jokes and Spider-Man's like whipping in, zipping shields out of hands.
Well, they already said this movie still has humor in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess there were some humorous bits in.
It was just a
Winter Soldier.
Very serious trailer.
Yeah.
But trailer notwithstanding, just the Spider-Man part.
What'd you think about his costume?
I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
It really threw me off. I kind of didn't like it.
Why?
It doesn't. One, he looked real CGI.
Well, that's probably true because they probably haven't finished it yet.
Two, he just didn't. Something just felt kind of off about it. He just looked too. It was too shiny. Like it was just too. Like what's the word I'm looking for?
Metallic?
No, I don't mean like literally shiny. I just mean it was like too, like overproduced. Like it just looked too perfect. It was too clean.
Well, it's going to be a suit that Iron Man, that Tony designed.
How do you know? Because of the eyes?
No. I read an article today in one of the bonus features of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
There is a news footage thing of like a reporter and stuff and a ticker on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. And
the ticker says Stark Industries to start like a high school thing where, they give grants or something to smart high school students or something.
Yeah.
And so that's how he's going to find out about Peter Parker. And he's going to be like kind of his right-hand man, I think.
Interesting.
And so he's going to make a suit for him that's going to be practical.
Now, in the comic, though, isn't Spider-Man supposed to be a guy in the middle who can't decide between the two sides?
Yeah, but that's going to be Black Panther in this movie.
Oh, okay.
I think they already changed that before they got the rights back for Spider-Man.
He's the undecided one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Spider-Man's going to be very obviously on Tony's side?
Yeah, I think he's going to be like Tony's protege.
Okay. I was looking at the lineup when it was like the two groups are running at each other in that big airport.
Yeah.
Tony's really got the better hand. Because he's got a...
Well, he only had 5. It was like 6-5, but then Spider-Man comes in.
Yeah. Because he's got a... One, he's Iron Man, and he's got the other Iron Man suit.
Does he have Scarlet Witch?
War Machine. No.
No.
What'd you think about that shot where Scarlet Witch is like crippling the Vision?
I don't know. They're going to fall in love, though, because they have a love story in the comics.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The Vision doesn't seem like someone who like
would
would have a romance.
I don't know.
Romance love,
I could be wrong. They might not do it.
I don't know. I'm very... Okay. I don't know. I have nothing else to say about it. I don't know. I don't know what else.
I'll tell you some things I like about Spider-Man's costume.
Okay.
Let me pull up the photo, though, before I go into it.
I liked... No, I didn't really like anything about it. I didn't like how they designed the eyes.
I liked that.
I didn't like how bright the colors were. I'll tell you what. I thought The Amazing Spider-Man 2, although that movie was not very great, they got the costume on point to me in that movie.
I don't know. For some reason, I really do like this one. Because the eyes are more of the classic comic book character.
Yeah, I don't like the small eyes, though. With the big, thick...
It's what it is in the comics, his eyes change based on his mood. Like if he squints, his eyes squint. And so they're doing that on here, but it's going to be mechanical.
Yeah. Do you think...
What?
Go ahead.
His eyes are what inspired Deadpool's eyes in the comics to move. Because Deadpool was inspired to be a parody of Spider-Man.
Oh, right, okay. I thought... So you mean in the comics?
Yeah,
Deadpool.
I meant in the comics.
I thought you were talking about the movie.
I like his mechanical web shooters, and I like how he has...
So he has mechanical web shooters?
Yeah, he has a belt with extra cartridges.
Interesting.
The suit looks more... Let's see. I see what you're saying in the trailer, but if you look at this photo, it doesn't look as CGI-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, play with this photo.
Yeah, I guess he looks okay. I think about the tiny spider in the middle of his chest.
That is indicative of the old Spider-Man in the comics. He had a really tiny spider.
I don't really care much about like how accurate it is in terms of like comic book or TV show or anything. I just care about how cool it looks.
I think it looks really cool. I think it looks better than the Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
And honestly, I think it looks better than Tobey Maguire's because Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man costume looks like something that no one would make on their own.
Yeah.
His looks like a tracksuit that has been modified or something like that.
It just kind of looked like an Under Armour outfit.
It looks like an Under Armour outfit or like a motorcycle suit.
Yeah. Did you hear a rumor about Hulk showing up in this movie?
Yeah, I heard that rumor, but he's supposed to be in Ragnarok.
I know, but maybe he doesn't get to Ragnarok the way we thought he did. Maybe that ship doesn't fly in space that he was in. I don't know.
I did like Spider-Man just when he goes, "Hey guys."
Oh, that was the question I was going to ask. When he says, "Hey everyone."
Oh yeah, "Hey everyone."
Was he breaking the fourth wall? You think he was talking to the audience?
I think I told Keaton this because I told Keaton about the trailer and he watched it and he goes, "The ADR sucked, but other than that, it looked really cool."
Yeah.
And I said, I don't think that's his line in that scene. I think they just put that in there.
Yeah.
Probably to like.
I could see that.
Seeing like, "Hey everyone, like I'm now in the MCU."
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Did you expect to see me? Hey everyone.
I really hope that like the inclusion of all these characters doesn't end up like causing these little breaks from tone in the movie. You know.
You don't want any like funny parts of the movie?
Okay, like Winter Soldier had some comic relief moments, you know? It had a lot of little comic relief moments, but it definitely as a movie felt like a espionage thriller, you know?
I mean, this movie has Tony Stark in it, so there's going to be comedy somewhere.
Yeah.
He's going to be witty.
As long as it still feels overall at the end of the movie like a cohesive Winter Soldier-y type tone movie.
Oh, I'm sure when stuff gets serious, it's going to get serious.
Yeah. I'm not real worried. It's like just a thought that is in my head. It's not like a legitimate concern.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's all I got to say about Civil War.
I just wanted to get here. I mean, it's been testing really well with audiences.
Yeah.
Like, best Marvel movie ever.
Well, let's see. We got Midnight Special,
then Batman v Superman,
then Daredevil,
and then I think
Jungle Book apparently.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much all we got until it comes out.
Yeah,
May.
That's about it.
Cool. Should we do our super elaborate segment intro? Do you have anything for it this week?
No.
Me neither.
I mean, we did just record a couple days ago.
That's true. We'll come back to it.
Oh, no. We can do it.
Okay, actually, yeah, we can do it for me too.
Binge this.
All right.
You go first.
I'm binging some How I Met Your Mother right now.
Very good.
Took a break from Scrubs, went back over to How I Met Your Mother, binging that. I'm in season 3. It's real good.
Keaton just texted me and asked if there's a scene at the end of Zootopia. I don't know if there is or not.
We didn't stay.
Yeah.
I don't think there is.
He must be seeing it right now.
Ooh. Tell him to stay and find out for us. I'm definitely seeing that movie again before it leaves theaters.
Oh, you should.
Because I've only seen it once. What are you binging?
Well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just started back now that Agent Carter is ended.
Yeah.
And it was a great episode.
Yeah.
So many things.
Is this season 3 or 4?
3.
Good. Maybe I'll go watch it.
You really need to. It's getting MCU level good.
Yeah. I know we don't watch this show, but it just came out with a new season, and it's definitely a binge show because it's a Netflix original series. House of Cards just came out with season 4.
Oh.
Apparently it's great.
Oh, I saw a trailer for a new Netflix series called The Ranch.
Yeah?
It is a scripted live studio audience comedy.
Yeah?
With... I'm going to read you the thing.
Okay.
Keaton's staying to let us know if there's a after credit sequence.
Thanks, Keaton.
That's
my chair, by the way, people listening.
No, Nathan had a can of beans.
I'm squeaking in my office chair. I need a new one. Corey's looking up The Ranch.
The Ranch. Oh, my goodness. It looks so dumb.
Oh.
The premise is the son of a Colorado rancher returns home from a semi-pro football career to run the family business, which is a ranch. And the main character is Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
His dad is Sam Elliott, which is interesting.
And this is a live studio audience show?
I'll show you the trailer when we're done.
Oh,
it looks bad. But the only good thing about it that it has going for it is that it's not bound by TV regulations, so they can cuss and stuff.
Yeah. I like Sam Elliott, of course.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll make it.
But it has that cheesy set value
that
really throws me off.
With Ashton Kutcher, man. That's weird. That's random.
Look,
what a random show.
Look how much of a studio that looks like.
Yeah, it looks like typical sitcom like studio set.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But not in a good way.
Maybe Netflix is just trying to branch out to other non-Netflixy things.
They're just making so much money, they got to do something with it.
Yeah, it's like they're making so many original shows now. They must just have
what's funny is there's some they don't even advertise. And you're just scrolling through and you're like, what is that?
Yeah, right? Exactly.
And it's like they made a remake of Inspector Gadget, like the show.
Yeah.
But it's not very good.
Netflix came out with some DC animated content that looks pretty good.
Ooh, I want to watch Bad Blood. I heard it's really
I think
good.
they put that one on Netflix, including they also put Justice League War on there too.
Ooh, but I heard Bad Blood is like
real
on
good.
Point.
Let's catch up on this stuff, man, before Batman v Superman comes out. Bad Blood. I still insist that you need to do like a mashup to that song.
I might.
You should just pick like Batman v Superman and Civil War and something else with people versus each other. I don't know. Another versus type movie.
Cloverfield Lane.
Okay. I think is that all the segments that we do? Should I plug us?
Oh yeah, plug us out.
All right, guys. Well, this was fun. You can find us on our Facebook page called Filmventure Podcast.
We're not literally there, but that's where a lot of our information lies.
You can see pictures of us.
Yeah.
There's some.
Yeah. Some videos sometimes.
Speaking of pictures, we got an Instagram account.
Yeah.
And getting new followers by the day.
Yeah, let's see how many we're at right now.
I think we're at 80-something right now. Let's get that to 200
I was going to say get it to 100.
Let's get that to 200 by the next time we record. Guys. It's at Filmventure Pod is the Instagram. That is also our Twitter account. And we don't really post directly to Twitter, but we have everything that we post like on Facebook and Instagram stuff gets shared there. So it's like a good way to catch content, not miss out on it if you don't see it on Facebook or something. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's all we got. Were you looking up something, Corey? Before we
have 81 followers.
81. There you go. So we only need 119 more.
We need some more.
119 more.
Get us more.
Let's get there. Guys.
Don't forget about our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, you need to go post.
It already is.
The Zootopia one.
It's there.
Oh, cool.
Made a cool little graphic.
I'll go switch it on I set our call to action button on the Facebook, so you can click watch video.
Oh.
And if you click that button by our profile picture, it'll take you straight to the most recent episode on YouTube.
Ooh.
To listen to.
I mean, YouTube's got a cool little graphic you can stare at while you listen to us.
And we're moving on up to the sky. That's all we can sing for copyright reasons. All right, say bye, Corey.
Bye, Corey.